Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Yolanda Aprieta Andries. In this video, I would like to present my analysis report to fulfill the final assignment of qualitative research and qualitative data analysis courses given by Mr. Susilo. So, I did an analysis on an article with the title Students' Responses on Learning in the Early COVID-19 Pandemic that I've got from the journal Andries Jurnal Keguruan dan Ilmu Tarbiyah, Volume 5, Number 1, pages 141 to 153, which was published on 2020 and compiled by some researchers. There are Wildana Wirgadinata, Ifat Maimuna, Eva Dewi, and Zainur Rafiq. So in this video, there are two main points that I will explain regarding this article. First, the qualitative method used by the researchers, and second, the qualitative data analysis process used in this article. So let's move into the method. Okay, so in here, we can know that the researcher used qualitative descriptive study as a method. Okay, so what is descriptive study? So descriptive study or descriptive research is defined as a research method that describes the characteristics of the population towards a phenomenon. Galgal and Borg 2007 explained that the goal of descriptive research is to describe a phenomenon and its characteristics, and therefore observation and survey tools are often used to gather the data. So in here, we can see that specifically the researcher used a descriptive case study research as a method. As we know that case studies have the goal of describing experiences or events in detail. Case study is a method that is carried out by direct observation and interaction with the subject, such as survey or interview, and with an in-depth description of the subject as the outcome. So we can see here that the researcher used observation and also questionnaire that distributed via Google Forms and also online interviews through social media and documentation. So the observations were made on the policy of lecturing activities that switched to online learning system, and questionnaire were distributed to determine student responses to learning system that run online because of the impact on the pandemic. And then interview were conducted with informants selected based on constructive responses and opinions related to online learning system. So we know that there are 4 data collection techniques. There are observation, questionnaires, online interview, and documentation. From this data, we can analyze the data with some techniques. Okay, so in this article, technique for analysis data, we have 3 techniques. First, data regrouping. Second, description that carried out, and also interpretations. So the data were analyzed through the process of data regrouping by their respective teams. So in this process, the researcher reduced the data by identifying themes, coding the data elements, and creating categories. And for the second, description is carried out to find patterns and data trends. And for the last, we have interpretation that aim at understanding the meaning of the informant statements. Or we can say we make conclusion from the participant statement. Okay, so in this process, we can know that the result here, the questionnaire data and student responses show that some application used in online learning can be classified based on the use of application and online learning media. So in here, the following are mentioned in sequence according to the highest percentage level of the effectiveness of online learning that runs. There are WhatsApp group, e-learning, Zoom, Google Classroom, and maybe both of the application. So based on the table 1, it can be seen that online learning using WhatsApp group is very effective in the COVID-19 pandemic. So WhatsApp is a familiar social media which is undoubtedly used by all lecturers and students. So besides, it is effortless, straightforward, and there is no need for a large data quota package when activated. So based on responses and reasons from respondents that online learning through WhatsApp group, communication and interaction can run quickly and very likely without any pauses due to the network being too long. So these are the process of the data analysis. Here the table is the process of regrouping the data, and for the narrative or descriptive text in here, these are the second process, which is description that carried out to find out more in-depth information related to the ongoing online learning process. And for the last process, which is interpretation, we can see in the conclusion that WhatsApp group is more beneficial for the students or the lecturers. So I think that's all from my explanation for the qualitative method and qualitative data analysis that used in this article. Thank you so much for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.